Today, we'll be taking a look at a budget-friendly leg extension / leg curl combo from a company called Lionscool. But just because it's a great price, does that mean it's worth it? Find out in today's video. This is the leg extension / leg curl combo unit from Lionscool, and this is their V3 version. It's plate loaded like all budget options, but what stood out to me was the use of a cable and pulley to create consistent resistance throughout the entire motion of the exercise. Looking at the specs, weighing in at 110 pounds, this machine is 56 inches long from post to leg roller, fully extended, 45 inches wide, and 41 inches tall. As for loading capacity, you're looking at 600 pounds when it comes to weight plates and an overall 1,000 pound weight capacity. As I mentioned before, this is their V3 version, and according to Lionscool, the main difference between this and their previous version is an optimized hinge structure for the lifting arm and an enhanced pulley bracket. The previous version was prone to twisting of the lifting arm and pulley bracket, so this new design ensures a more balanced force distribution. It also has a higher weight capacity because of this, 600 pounds compared to the previous version being 400 pounds. When it comes to the ratio, you're looking at a 1-to-1, or at least close to it, according to Lionscool. So that means when you have 50 pounds loaded, it feels pretty close to 50 pounds. As for build quality, it's solid. If assembled correctly, the machine is nice and leveled in most cases, more on that later, and doesn't shift around when doing exercises. They do label this as commercial grade, but honestly, that's just something most companies put on their description. I wouldn't call this commercial grade, and at this price, I wouldn't expect it to be, but for home gym use, you'll be just fine. I will say I did run into a small quality issue that's probably my fault, but I'll get more into that when I go over the leg roller. Now let's take a look at the setup for leg extensions. From here, your main adjustments will be the backrest, which has 6 positions, and the angle of the arm, which has 7 positions. For leg extensions, you'll most likely use the first hold to get the max range of motion. There's even an option that Lionscool advertises where you can reinstall the leg roller like this to have an even bigger range of motion, which I do when using this machine. And this is where the issue that I mentioned earlier comes in. The first time I tried switching the position of the roller, the bolt seized up or something and I didn't realize it. I ended up completely twisting off the top of the bolt and the threaded portion was stuck inside. I don't think this is something you have to worry about happening to you during normal use. Lionscool did send me a replacement leg roller, but I ended up not using it. I found the roller stayed in position just fine without the bolt, and it just makes it easier for me to swap its position. Full disclaimer though, this is not me saying that this is what you should do. Do this at your own risk, but so far it's been fine. Maybe adding a knob to easily unscrew this bolt would be a nice upgrade. Next up is the leg curl setup. It's a prone leg curl, and all you need to do to set it up is move the backrest all the way back and pull this pin on the side and it will swivel to the prone leg curl position. You'll then move the arm up to one of the higher holds, and I recommend having the roller at its default setting. So after using this machine for a couple of months, what are my thoughts? Well, before I tell you, you should know that I did receive this machine to review from Lionscool, but as always, I'll still always be 100% honest with my thoughts. That being said, I think this machine does everything as advertised and does it well. My favorite function is a leg extension, but that's mostly because I'm not a fan of prone leg curls. Leg extensions feel great, there's constant tension throughout the motion, and everything moves smoothly. The machine even works well for single leg extensions, it does a good job staying leveled. I don't know if I'm just really weak or what, but I would not be able to get anywhere near the 600 pound capacity. I do leg extensions for high reps, slow and controlled, so I'm not worried about maxing out this machine. If you do feel like it's not enough weight for you, try holding at the top of the concentric and slowing down the eccentric portion of the exercise. My main gripe I have with the leg extension is with the leg roller. I wish it was a little more comfortable, but it's not bad enough to ruin my experience with the machine. I wish it did spin, I think it would make it more comfortable, but I also know that would probably add some cost to the machine. Other than that though, no complaints. Now for the leg curl. For most of the time I used this machine, I thought that the range of motion in the concentric portion of the exercise was lacking. I felt like the seat position needed to be slanted downward just a little more to improve the leverage of the exercise. I ended up using my ab mat knockoff to raise my hips a little bit higher to give me the tension I was looking for. I then recently realized that I was just too high up on the machine. Going lower significantly improved the range of motion, and I no longer need the pad to raise my hips. That's my bad. In terms of negatives, there's not much. This does take up a fair amount of space. You need to take into account room to load the weight horn, as well as how much room you would like in front of you when you do leg curls. To be fair though, this is an issue you'll run into any prone leg curl setup, so it's not exclusive to this product. The major issue I have with this machine is the rated working load. It says 600 pounds, but to do so, I'm assuming you would need 100 pound plates in order to fit all of that on the weight horn, But you won't even get there because after just loading 6 plates, which is 270 pounds, to try and get as close to 600 pounds as I could, the weight on the horn caused it to tip towards that side. I'm not even strong enough to test if this machine could manage that weight when doing leg extensions, but from what I could do, I honestly don't think I would trust it lasting very long with that kind of weight. That being said, I really don't think you have to worry about that problem. Most people doing leg extensions or leg curls with solid form probably aren't getting close to that number for reps, and if you are, then you should probably be looking for a higher quality machine anyway. But I think for 99% of home gym users, you'll be just fine. Now going back to my original question, is it worth it? Well, this product retails for $429.99 with free shipping, but right now there's a coupon on Amazon for $40 off. I'm pretty sure it always has a coupon, so really you're looking at $389.99. At this price and for what you're getting with this machine, I think it is. Most leg extension / curl combos you'll find online at this price range doesn't use this same cable and pulley system, and it really does make a difference in how these exercises feel. Overall, I think you should check it out because I really don't think this type of machine gets any better at this price point. I personally wouldn't spend anything more than $500 or less than $300 on this type of machine. I think this machine and the price that it's at hits that sweet spot, but let me know your thoughts down below. That's the end of the video, and I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.